She's a graduate student at the Department of Language and Literacy Education, and an EFL teacher in multiple settings, actually. And she's going to present a paper today. Let's give the floor to the first speaker, to Huma.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. So this is Huma Roshan, and thank you. I don't really know how to pronounce your name. So,
sorry.
Deepmer, thank you so much for introducing me, and thank you everybody for having me here and taking out time to join my presentation. It's going to be really quick, and I will try to, answer the questions if you have any in the end of my presentation. As Dietmar already introduced me to you, I am currently studying in University of British Columbia in the Masters of TESOL program, that is teaching English as a second language. My topic for the presentation is So let me just give you an overview of the presentation. I have already introduced myself to you, after which I will tell you the title of the study and the demographics where the study was carried out. And I will also share the significance of the study, why, the study was important, and where the gap were in the knowledge and research body, and how it, impacted overall the study, and the research questions that were formulated for the study, and the research methodology which was employed to carry out the project. And in the end, I will present the findings and the conclusion and recommendations. Yeah. So this is something about me. I am from Pakistan, and I'm a certified English language teacher. I have a Delta TEEP Cambridge Train the Trainer certificates, and have been working as an English language teacher currently in an international school in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So the title of the study that I carried out was Language Learning Strategies and the Motivation Level of Second Language Learners in Karachi, Pakistan. So in Pakistan, the English is our official language, and since English is an official language, it is considered highly important for the students to gain the proficiency in the language, because it opens up opportunities for further education and employment for people. And many countries like Africa and Middle East and in South America, English have opted as a medium of instructions in schools. So it is, and it is also a language of commerce and diplomacy, and highly considered as a medium of communication in our country. So it is, given high regard in our country, and it is promoted everywhere, even in the field of marketing, in the field of law, in the field of commerce. It is the language that is mostly used. So this study intended to identify the relationship between language learning strategies and motivation level of second language learner. So the main research questions which were formulated were: what type of language learning strategies the second language learners use while they are learning English, and what is the relationship between the language learning strategies and motivation of learners. So as the study was quantitative in nature, so basically the project was, big enough, but for this presentation, for this conference presentation, I kept only 3 hypotheses, which were these. There is no significant relationship between motivation and language strategies of L2 learners. There is no significant relationship between motivation and language strategies of L2 learners of the O-level system. And there is no significant relationship between motivation and language strategies of L2 learners of the MATRIC system. So as I mentioned, the study was quantitative in nature. It was a correlation design. A descriptive survey questionnaire was used for data collection from two groups, basically, from the students of metric system and from the students of O-level systems. So the age group of the students were between 14 to 17 years. So in the questionnaire, which was, formulated, there were three sections. First section was about the demographics of the respondents. Second section was about the motivation questionnaire, which was an adaptation of ATMB, the Attitude Test Motivation Battery, which was, researched and designed by Gardner. And then the last one was strategy inventory for language learners, which is called SIL, which was formulated by Rebecca Oxford and her colleagues, and I adapted it according to my situation. Then the reliability and validity of the instrument was checked, and it was also piloted before administration, and then it was carried out in different schools. So the findings suggested that the demographics there were 51% female respondents and 49% male respondents. And as the study was a comparative study between two groups, metric students and O-level students, so 48% the respondents were from the metric system and 52% were from the O-level system. So in that way, it was like quite balanced. Okay, so the correlation was taken out between the motivation and language learning strategies, and it indicated a positive, significant relationship between language learning strategies and the motivation level of second language learners, which means that students who use different types of learning strategies, be it cognitive, metacognitive, compensation, or social strategies to learn the second language are highly motivated, or vice versa. So the second hypothesis was the correlation between motivation and language learning strategies of the O-level system. So it represented the results of hypothesis 2. It is clearly evident that language learning strategy is not significantly correlated with the motivation level of L2 learners belonging to the O-level system. So in this hypothesis, the O-level system students who are studying O-levels, there was no significant relationship found between their motivation level and the language learning strategies that they use to learn the language. However, the last hypothesis suggested the significant relationship, the significant association between language learning strategies and the motivation level of L2 learners belonging to the metric system, which suggests that the students of metric system are motivated and their motivation is associated with the kind of language strategies they use to learn their language, which is really surprising and was positive. So in the end, the conclusion of the study was that there is a positive relationship between learners' motivation level and the kind of language learning strategies they use for learning the language, for improving their language, be it any type of strategies, be it cognitive or social. So whatever efforts they make, there is a positive relationship in between these two. But what is impacting what we really don't know. So there is further need of research to really find out what is impacting what factor. Yeah, and but it has a significant impact on designing the curriculum for the learners and devising the lesson plans and teaching methodologies for language teachers, to keeping these language strategies in mind while they are planning language lessons for their children. So this is it from my side. If anybody has any questions, the floor is open.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for your presentation. We
You're
do
welcome.